Welcome to Sicily. The island looks peaceful if you're just visiting. Sunlight hits the old stone buildings, fishing boats move slowly through the harbor, cafes spill onto narrow streets where old men sit for hours drinking espresso and talking politics. But beneath that calm surface, another system has existed for more than a century: a quiet network, a code of loyalty, a machine that moves money, power, and violence through invisible channels. They call it Cosa Nostra, our thing. And like every criminal empire, it runs on hierarchy. You don't start at the top, you start at the bottom. A nobody. A kid running errands for men who never say more than they need to. But if you survive long enough, if you prove loyalty, if you keep your mouth shut, you might climb the ladder. Let's see what that climb looks like. Level 1, the errand boy. You're 16 years old. Your uncle introduces you to a man everyone in town calls Zio Carlo. He's not your real uncle. Nobody is related to him, but everyone calls him uncle out of respect. You meet him outside a small cafe in Palermo. He looks ordinary, mid-60s, gray hair, reading a newspaper. But when he raises his hand slightly, 3 other men stand up from nearby tables. That's when you understand. This man matters. Your uncle tells him you're a good kid, hard worker, loyal. Carlo doesn't say much, he just nods. Your first job is simple: deliver envelopes. You ride a scooter across town carrying sealed packages between businesses: a bakery, a mechanic shop, a construction office. Nobody opens the envelope while you're there. Nobody asks questions. At the end of the day, someone hands you 50 euros. For a teenager in your neighborhood, that's real money. You don't know exactly what you're part of yet, but you can feel it. People treat you differently already. Level 2, the associate. After a year, you're no longer just a kid delivering envelopes. Now, you're an associate. That means you work with the organization, but you're not officially part of it. Not yet. Your responsibilities grow. You start collecting small debts for local loan operations. A man borrowed money to expand his grocery store, but hasn't paid the interest. You visit him one evening after closing. You're polite, calm. You remind him that payments are expected on time. He pays. No threats needed. But the next case is different. A bar owner refuses to pay protection money. He says business is slow. You show up with 2 older men. They don't shout. They don't threaten. One of them simply lifts a chair and smashes it across the bar counter. Wood splinters everywhere. The message is clear. The owner pays the next day. You're learning something important. The Mafia doesn't survive through chaos. It survives through control. Level 3, the initiation. Eventually, the day comes. You're invited to a meeting in a quiet farmhouse outside the city. Only a handful of men are there, all respected members of the local family. This is the moment you've been waiting for: to become a made man, a full member of Cosa Nostra. The ceremony is simple but serious. One of the older men pricks your finger with a small needle. A drop of your blood falls onto a holy card with the image of a saint. They light the card on fire and place it in your hands. You hold it as it burns. Then you repeat the oath. You swear loyalty to the family above everything else, above friends, above money, even above your own life. Because once you enter this world, you never leave it. Level 4, the soldier. Now you are a soldato, a soldier. This is the backbone of the organization. You have responsibilities. You manage small operations, extortion, gambling, local businesses that quietly pay protection every month. You also enforce rules. One night you get a call. A businessman has been talking too much to the police. Not cooperating exactly, but talking. That's dangerous. You and another soldier visit him late in the evening. You sit down in his living room. Calm voices, no shouting. You explain that rumors travel quickly, and rumors can cause problems. The man nods nervously. He understands. Sometimes problems are solved with conversation. Sometimes they're not. But either way, your reputation grows. You're reliable, disciplined, quiet. Those qualities matter more than aggression. Level 5, the crew leader. After years of proving yourself, you're promoted to Capodecina. That means you now lead a small crew of about 10 soldiers. You don't do the street work anymore. You organize it. Your crew manages several businesses across the city: construction companies, waste disposal contracts, transportation routes. Some of these businesses are legitimate, some are not, but all of them generate money. Your job is to keep everything running smoothly. If a soldier becomes reckless, you discipline him. If a business owner refuses payment, you handle the situation. You also meet regularly with your superior, the Capo regime. He wants results, steady income, no attention from police, most importantly, no unnecessary violence. Because violence attracts investigation, and investigation is bad for business. Level 6, the Capo regime. Eventually, you become a Capo regime, sometimes just called a capo. Now, you command multiple crews. Dozens of soldiers operate under your authority. You oversee large operations, illegal gambling rings, import businesses, waste management contracts with local municipalities. Money flows constantly, thousands, sometimes millions. You take a percentage of everything your crews earn, but the responsibility is heavier too. If one of your soldiers makes a mistake, the blame reaches you. One afternoon, you receive troubling news. A young soldier in one of your crews assaulted a man connected to another Mafia family. That kind of mistake could start a war. You arrange a meeting, neutral location, both sides sit at a long table. Voices stay calm, but everyone understands the stakes. After hours of discussion, compensation is agreed. Money changes hands, apologies are made, crisis avoided. That's the real work of a capo. Not violence, stability. Level 7, the Underboss. Years pass. Your reputation grows across the entire region. You're trusted, strategic, careful. Eventually, the boss himself calls you for a private meeting. You're offered a new role, Underboss, second in command. Now you oversee nearly all operations of the family. The boss rarely appears in public anymore. He trusts you to manage daily affairs. You meet with capos, approve deals, resolve disputes. Money from dozens of operations flows through your hands. But the pressure is enormous, because when something goes wrong, the responsibility falls on you. One evening, you learn that police arrested a key associate. Investigators are hoping he'll cooperate. You visit his family quietly, not with threats, just a reminder. The organization takes care of loyal people, but betrayal has consequences. 2 weeks later, the associate refuses to speak. He accepts the prison sentence. The system holds. For now. Level 8. The Boss. Eventually the day arrives. The boss dies. Natural causes, quiet funeral, no headlines, no public attention. Inside the organization, however, everything changes. A meeting is called. The capos gather. After hours of discussion, they reach a decision. You become the new boss, the capo di tutti capi of your family. Your responsibilities are enormous now. Hundreds of people operate under your authority. Businesses across the island depend on your decisions. You rarely appear in public. Most meetings happen through intermediaries. Phones are avoided. Messages pass through trusted couriers. Because the higher you rise, the more dangerous visibility becomes. Law enforcement agencies have spent decades trying to dismantle Cosa Nostra. They watch everything, every business, every financial movement, every rumor. Your job is to stay invisible. The reality of power. From the outside, being the boss looks powerful. And in many ways it is. You control enormous wealth. You influence politicians. You decide who gets opportunities and who loses them. But the position also comes with isolation. You can't trust easily. Even longtime friends might betray you if the pressure becomes too high. Police investigations never stop. Every day brings new risks. You remember being 16 years old delivering envelopes on a scooter. Back then, life was simple. Now, everything is complicated. Every decision affects hundreds of people. Every mistake could destroy the entire organization. And history has shown something else. Almost every mafia boss eventually falls. Some go to prison for life. Some disappear in internal conflicts. Some spend decades hiding. Very few escape the consequences. The machine never stops. Because the mafia is not one man. It's a system. If one boss disappears, another takes his place. If one crew collapses, another forms. The structure survives. And somewhere in Sicily right now, a teenager is riding a scooter across town, delivering sealed envelopes between businesses. He doesn't ask questions. He just does the job. Because he knows something important. In this world, the climb has already begun. And once you start climbing, there is no way back. Only higher. or deeper into the shadows.